become very comfortable with saying no. Don't be afraid to say no. You don't have to please everybody. You can't. Not only can you not be everybody's friend, everybody's not your friend.
Welcome to another episode of Podcast 23. I'm here with a very, very special guest. This is a moment in history for us tonight. Tonight's a big one. Unfortunately, my co-host Kofi couldn't make it today. Hope you feel better, my brother. Unfortunately, you missed this one, but you could run up the whole tape back. Khalil Kain, an actor, producer, someone that we feel like we've grown up with our whole childhood. I feel like my brother is in the room right now, and I get to talk to him in person. Played on movies like Juice, Love Jones, Renaissance, Tiger Woods, and many other productions that he's produced and he is filmed on. I just want to dig into your career. How did this all start? You've been one of I would say the black renaissance of black movies, right? During the 90s, we got a lot of movies that we feel like we've been connected with, and I feel like we've lost our way in a sense. And you've got to experience that. You've got to actually act in these films and being around such great actors. Talk to me, man. Tell me about your experience all the way from the beginning all the way to now.
All right, so it actually started down the block. There was a spot on 18th and 10th called the Roxy.
Okay.
It's not there anymore, but back in the day,
yeah,
it was a club, but it started out as a roller disco. So Roxy was like the preeminent roller space in the country. It was a beautiful roller rink. And I did the opening night show there.
Okay.
So at 15, I was like the roller disco king of New York.
Okay.
I got to travel to like Rome and Brazil to perform. I got my SAG card by doing commercials on skates and things like that.
Okay.
But it gave me an opportunity to learn how to perform in front of people.
Okay.
Show what you got. Do your thing. After that died out, I still had my SAG card. Bummed around a little bit, but I'm in New York, so somebody spotted me. Asked me if I wanted to audition for a commercial. Figured why not, and it just progressed from there. I booked like 3 national commercials, and then they asked me, would you be interested in auditioning for some legit work?
What was that feeling when you heard legit work? Like
I didn't know what that meant.
Okay.
I said yes anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I understood the work part. I knew what that meant.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I bet. So they started sending me out for TV shows, movies. I was bartending at the time. At my bar, like Wesley Snipes used to come in there. Giancarlo Esposito used to come up in there. Alan Payne, Lawrence Fishburne. Like, all these cats would be like up in there hanging out. I ended up doing some extra work on New Jack City. Wesley's there, Al's there. All of a sudden, them cats don't really know me like that. They were like, "Oh, yo, what's up? What's up?" I was like, "Wow, it's like that." And I think it was maybe 4 months later I booked Juice. And I remember being, and it's all good, but it sat a little funky with me. Like that Al was just kind of like, "Oh, what's up?" Yo, what's good?
Before they even knew you, it was just moving funny.
But at the bar, when it come through, it's like, "Oh, that's my man." It's like, man, cool, fam. On the set, because I was doing extra work, it was kind of like, "Oh, what's up, gang?"
Okay. We see how this is going.
Right? Cool.
Yeah.
Bruh, after that shit dropped, I was in Nels. I saw Wesley come in. Came over to me. He was like, "Nice work, B." Give me a big hug. I was like, "Oh, it's on now. Let's go." That's the thing that we lose sight of. The shit can change in a day. You just got gotta be in it, man. You gotta be like ready to strap it on and go. Like, let's go.
And you said you was 15, 16 when you
when
started?
I started skating?
Yeah.
Bro, we're doing a documentary about roller skating right now.
Oh, fine.
And that was kind of the meeting and the talk. Like, what's the story about? I was like, yeah, it's about skating, but it's about the journey. It's about the freedom. And the fact that the woman, Rebecca James, who's doing it with me and myself, like that formed that gave me the formula to move. Like I recognized I had magic from skating. Like being able to get out on the floor and do my thing. And like when you find that venue to kind of do your thing, I mean, think about it, you know. Somebody like Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
Like figuring out like, oh, I don't gotta do all that. I just need to rip this ball down. And once you figure it out, now you can fly. That's the magic. That thing. It's hard to get in front of a group of people and speak, tell your truth, whatever. It's not as easy as people make it out to be. So when do you get an opportunity to kind of learn what you're capable of, what you can do?
Yeah.
A lot of people talk about it, you dream about it, you think about it, but when's the opportunity to go see if you got what it takes? And a lot of times when that opportunity comes, most people won't take the step.
Why do you think that is?
Fear.
What is fear to you?
I don't know. I never really fucked with it. Honestly, I just it's not in my personality. I mean, you met me before this.
Yes.
I'm gonna be comfortable.
Yeah.
In whatever room I'm in.
I can tell, like, when we met you at that event, it's just like you was just like in a cool space, and you've seen us from across. And usually people don't do this, especially with fame. People act, weird or whatnot, and you just seen us, and you gave us like a bunch of love, and it was just like you seem very centered.
I'm from here. I'm always going to be from here because the fact of the matter is, I'm from here. I don't care where I go. I'm always going to be from here.
What part of Manhattan are you from?
I grew up on the Lower East Side in the East Village.
Ah, okay.
But I'm telling you, like,
yeah. This is your
block. This was my shit
over
right
here.
Like when I used to walk through the neighborhood, oh shit, that's Khalil from the Roxy.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing people don't understand. When they see this documentary, they're gonna see. Like I was a star before any movies.
Yeah.
So I already understood kind of like what that vibe is when people respond to you that way.
Yeah.
It's weird and not really grounded in reality. It's whatever you're thinking about me. That's not me.
Yeah.
So I've never kind of got into like that whole thing. I'm always chilling.
It reminds me of this thing that I use for myself. It's like your opinion of me is none of my business.
Right.
But to be in this industry, right? How do you operate with like how do you operate with that? How do you carry that?
If somebody thinks I'm great, somebody, oh my God, you're a legend. You're cool. Think that. Why am I gonna tell you no?
Yeah.
Or why am I gonna go out of my way to tell you everything that's wrong with me? That's like, and I've seen people do that, and it's like, why, bro? Like, go into the room, step into the water, jump off the cliff, like fly a little bit, like stop that.
So break down like the SAG. You said the SAG card, right? Because this show is really geared towards, and I forgot to say this in the very, very beginning. We got this from one of your friends, one of your co-hosts on the movie Juice. Spark the brain that will change the world. That's our ultimate goal here on the show. Can you break down the SAG card? Because you said you got your SAG
Screen
card.
Actors
How do you get that? Like, what is the process of actually getting that? Because I want people that's watching this to know the steps.
You have to do a union job. Then you pay a fee to get into the union.
Okay.
And now you're eligible to work as a professional actor in the union.
Okay.
But you can't really get a union job unless you're in the union.
So, okay. That sounds challenging. How do I get in the union if I can't?
Again, you got to step off the cliff.
Okay.
You got to step across the line. You got to get in the water. Like,
get into the rooms.
How? I mean, people ask me that all the time. How do I get in? I don't know. I don't know how I did it. Like, you got to decide that this is for me.
Yeah.
And it's strange how once you decide this is what's going to happen, it starts to happen.
Laws of the universe.
Big time, bro. Because I can't tell you, like, I didn't know until years of being in the business how difficult it was to be in the business, because doors just started to open.
Yeah.
Because I was about it. Like, I wasn't playing. Like, yeah, let's go. We're doing this, right?
Yeah.
Like, all right, cool. Yeah, hey, I'm an agent. Good. What's up? What you got for me?
What are some of, like, the struggles of being a Black Asian American going through this industry? Like, do you feel like it got even harder? Like, was it challenging? Was it easier because that's what people want?
I'm from here. So struggle is every day. It's normal. Why do you expect all of a sudden for, like, the struggle to stop? Like, it's supposed to get easy now? Why? No, it's going to continue. And I was right. It has continued.
Yeah.
It's fine. I know how to do that. Like, it's weird how people expect there to be no obstacles. That's how you get strong, man.
Yeah.
That's how you hone your skills.
Yeah.
That's how you sharpen your blade. Like, but you can't expect.
Do you think that sometimes, like, we come from this struggle that we try to get into certain rooms that we think in our mind, oh, it should be easy. I done came through here. It should be a lot easier, but not realizing there's still challenges on the other side. It's just, it's just shaped different.
The system that we live in was not set up for us to succeed. So why do you think that that's going to be a friendly room for you? It's not. I mean, coming into the business is going to be harder. So is everything else. So is finding a home. So is going to school. So it was harder for you. It's going to continue to be that. It doesn't matter that you got 5 million followers or you just had a #1 movie. No, it's still the same system. And honestly, I unequivocally can say that every job that I've ever booked, we generally had to beg for whatever salary I got. It's never been like a legit offer right out the gate of that. They tell you what the offer is, and you're like, wow, oh shit, cool, bet. No, it's like, nah. Well, what about? Because, damn, and if you're well-read, well-traveled, you know what.
Is it more of like knowing your value, or like
your value doesn't matter? That's
okay.
That's not
Break that. Yeah, okay.
That's off the table. That's off the table.
Interesting. So tell us about your very first film,
Juice.
So tell us about that experience, like getting like,
it was a normal acting experience. I auditioned, called backs, auditioned again, did my homework.
Yeah.
Expected it to the intensity levels to bump up every time I came back.
Yeah.
I was prepared. I did my homework. I went in the room to win.
Yeah.
And walked away with a job. But you gotta like really kind of vibe the room when you get in the room.
Got you.
And I mean, I'm not trying to tell stories and nothing, but like honestly, I probably wouldn't have got that job without Tupac. Because when I went in that room, there was a kid, dark-skinned kid over there that obviously wanted this job more than me. Like, he was bringing fire, bro. I was like, when you look and you're like, all right, if I'm going to get this job, I'm going to have to be as good or better than that motherfucker right there. Because, damn, he bringing it. All right, cool. And a lot of times, a lot of people will get intimidated by that and they'll shrink. And it's like, if somebody's balling out, man, you better get it together, and do your thing. Yeah. Like,
iron sharpens iron,
whatever
right?
you got in your bag, break it out right now. Like, don't wait.
Yeah.
Now.
Did you have mentors at that time when you was on?
Nah, I'm from here.
I love this.
So being able to understand is now, like, get in your bag right now. Because he in his bag. It's like, All right, and then, Pop is funny because he's looking around the room like, who want it? Like, what's good? Yeah. Who else is coming with me? Like, you mother, this nigga's scared. Like, he's telling you, like, you ain't, bro. You
so the character we seen was really like he was bringing that energy off scene.
Most of these roles, especially for black actors, American black actors, like you got some of that in you already. I don't care how brilliant you are as an actor. There's this collision, this perfect storm of the perfect role for you and you being in the room for that opportunity. Doesn't happen all the time. With Tupac and Bishop, happened. He knew it. He's like, I will kill this. Like, this is my shit. Like, this is doors open.
Yeah.
Wide open.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to stand here, I'm going to walk through. Like, get in the room, bro. You know? It was really shocking to watch his ascension, you know? And I mean, like, I'm extra quiet in the world because of that. Like, it really wasn't in my DNA to, like, want to be a megastar like that to begin with. And then once I saw, like, with my own eyes, like, what that entails.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good. I'm going to chill. I'm gonna be here with you. Like, I'm not.
Deep.
I don't want to be on that table.
Yeah, because it's a lot to come with it, I'm sure. A lot of different.
I saw a photograph on YouTube today. I didn't even check the video. Quick picture of Tupac's body on a table before an autopsy. It was like, I never saw that before.
Wow.
I'd never seen that photograph.
Yeah.
It fucked me up. I was like, I don't even watch the movie. Because it's Pac, young, smiling, vibrant, in his glory, and he was hysterical. Like, he was.
And you got to meet the man before, like, the music, right? If I'm not mistaken,
He was just getting really, and he was
into
a kid. He wasn't a man. He was a kid.
Yeah. I tend to forget that. Like, watching him, I'm like, he was so young.
He was a kid when I met Pac. He was 18. And a wild boy and loved being a child.
Yeah.
And, like, childish, stupid, funny, and, like, brilliant, passionate.
Yeah.
Seeing a young man like that telling people he loves them. Like, I'm from here. Like, you can't do that. Like, now with your boys, now I love you.
Yeah, it's like an awkward thing when you tell your boys you love them. Yeah. It's like, wait, chill, bro. Like, yeah. It's real. So Pac brought that. Do you feel like you meeting him, you being able to be in a space with him was just like one big, like, spiritual experience?
No, he was a kid. We used to talk shit to each other. He used to call me old man. Like, where's old man at? Because at the time, when we did Juice, I was like 10 years older than all of them. I was like, shut the fuck up, child. Like, he was like that person that you knew was going to tell the truth no matter what. And it was hysterical, bro. Just comedy constantly. And he the type of dude to give you half his sandwich, bro.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like that dude. That's fire. Like, take it. I know you hungry. Stop playing. You know you want it.
Yeah. Hold that down.
Damn.
Yeah. Man.
Beautiful, bro.
Yeah. Nah, beautiful. I appreciate you sharing that. So after Juice, what was like the transition from? Because so many times, you know, actors get into certain roles and they'll just stop right there, right? You kept going. Like, how was that transition process from going from Juice, which is like a classic in all of our eyes? How did you
just said it, in our eyes.
Yeah.
So there's a big difference between what we love and what the rest of America loves. Because there are places I could go where nobody knows me. Other places I could go where everybody knows me. which is interesting to me on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And being in places and having people that know me.
Yeah.
And not know
How was that feeling when you walk into certain rooms? And I'm sure you're so used to it now, but as a young kid, how was that feeling? You walking in certain,
my niece.
What did that do to you?
My niece is a beast. She runs track now. She's all grown, but when she was, I think, 10,
Yeah.
which was probably 8 years, maybe more. She was probably 13. Basquiat. There was a Basquiat exhibit in the East Village, and we went. It was in this warehouse. Not the last. It was the one before this one that was just here. Beautiful exhibit. So we're in there, and we're looking at the art. People are coming over. They want a picture, and then my niece just looked up, and she's like, "Damn, Uncle Khalil, I forgot you're kind of famous." Like, but like, give me a little shit. Like, I didn't want to really give it to me. I was like, yeah, Malia, a little bit, you know. And it was, but for her, I could see it was like, that's my uncle. And we chill at the crib and like we cook dinner and hang. Like, it's funny. She, you know, my brother too. Same thing. We'll go to a spot to watch the game. And like, this is dumb, bro. Like, like, this is weird. I'm like, I know it's weird. The transition is whatever. I've never really cared about it. Also, I need to be comfortable. So my understanding is that I don't have any control over it. I don't have any control over what auditions I get, what opportunities are going to come my way.
Yeah.
I just have faith that an opportunity is going to come my way. So 30 years later, I'm still working.
Yeah.
I like to work. I'm courageous in my work, so I'm up for anything. I'm not scared to play some of the roles that might bump other people. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Like for Color Girls, Tyler Perry's movie, played a serial rapist. Women to this day, like, I see it on IG all the time. They're like, yeah, he fine, but after For Color Girls, I don't fuck with him no more. I can't, girl, I can't. I'm like, it was a role, but I get it.
People have attachment to, like,
That means I did
TV
my
film.
job. But the actress that was in that scene with me, Anika Noni Rose, like, I doubt highly her and I are ever going to be tight.
Yeah.
Like, just because of the work and what we were called upon to do that day. I mean, it was, you know, again, you got to jump off the cliff. You got to get in the water.
Yeah.
Part of getting that job and why the negotiations were weird, in the breakdown, Tyler Perry said there's nudity involved. Everybody's agent was like, well, what do you mean nudity, like full frontal? But Tyler was like, I don't know yet. You know, we're not there. We don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Got to the point where I was like, I'm good. I don't care. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
You know, it's art.
100%.
As far as I'm concerned.
It is.
And like we were talking about before, whatever you're thinking is not my responsibility. Like, I'm not responsible for that. You know, it's none of my business. So I'm down to go explore my art. I've always had faith that there's going to be more opportunities. And my ability to imagine and create is pretty...
It's not limited.
Large. There's got to be some limit. I don't know. I've never really explored that, but I know I've got a lot in me. So with that in mind, it's like put one foot in front of the other and not try to control too much, because there is no control. Yeah. So I've just kind of been in it, understanding that I'm going to go and when it's time to get busy, get busy.
Get busy.
You know? And I'm shocked that I've been doing this for 30 years now.
Yeah. What's the so you have acting, you have producing,
Writing.
Okay.
I wrote my first play, a play called Lambs to Slaughter. It was at the Cherry Lane Theater this past summer.
Okay.
Now, the Cherry Lane Theater has been an off-Broadway theater for 100 years. The fact that my first play was there was a win right out the gate. And when the producers asked me about theaters, that was the first theater I said. From growing up in the village, I used to pass this weird little theater on my bike. I always wondered what it was. Saw some shows there. I just felt the space. Like, this is gonna work, and it did.
Mm-hmm.
The writing feels great because it's my voice.
Mm-hmm.
Doing for Color Girls, that was Tyler Perry's voice. That was Enzizaki Shange's voice. Not mine.
Okay.
You know, doing Juice.
Yeah.
That's Ernest Dickerson's voice. You
Yeah.
know, not mine. So, you know, you learn,
Mm-hmm.
you grow, you take something away. I did a play called Gem of the Ocean, August Wilson play at the Seattle Rep, and I learned so much about myself as an artist, as a black man, as like as an entertainment piece in the culture.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what you're gonna get, and it's up to you to kind of want to get something. And you will. If you're going there to kind of put on a show and make money and get famous, you can do that. But because I went in that way, now I'm able to write because now I have something to say. Now I have a more developed point of view.
Okay.
So now my second play is done.
Good. Let's
Something
get
called
it.
Uncovered Wagon.
Yeah.
I've got about 3 screenplays for films that are in development that I wrote. I wrote a TV pilot. Like I'm writing. Like I just changed my agency because they had literary. Like now I have a literary agent. Like it's getting.
How long is the writing process? Like how long do you take?
I have no idea, bro.
Okay.
Sometimes years.
Okay.
You know, I've got 3 different things that I'm writing right now. So as the spirit moves me.
What's your favorite like part of this whole entertainment creativity thing that you do? What is like acting, writing, producing? Like what is something that you feel like, all right, nah, this is I like this the most?
Freedom. Bro, I've never worked a 9-to-5 job ever. I'm proud of that shit. I was in an interview once. They asked me, like, what are you most, like, what job are you most proud of? Like, what work are you most proud of? And I was like, they all have their own special thing. I said, the things I'm most proud of is I've never worked a 9-to-5 job. I've never fought in a war, and I've never done time. My pops fought in Vietnam, was not the same when he got back.
Wow.
Fucked him up.
Yeah.
I seen too many of my people, my family, my friends, my loved ones, have to have their time taken away from them. It's cruel and unusual, and I'm fortunate that I've never had to experience that. And I feel the same way about not a 9-to-5. Like as an adult now and having a deeper understanding of the system that we live in, like I couldn't picture it. I mean, and it wasn't like some decision. It was just a natural thing. Like that didn't ever fit right for me. Like that don't make no sense. Like, no. I can go on the street and hustle and make more, obviously. So why am I gonna do that? The math ain't mathing. Like,
it's not adding up.
No. And even in school, it was messy for me because I was like, yo, you're fucking with my time. Like, you're wasting my time.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm a bounce. Like, I was a weirdo. I went to see something called I Am Everything. It's a documentary that Lisa Cortez created, directed, and it's about Little Richard. The architect of rock and roll. Now, the documentary was amazing, but they had somebody on the panel, this PhD motherfucker from somewhere, and she was talking about queerness and Little Richard, and she was breaking down like the definition of queer and how how it's about being singular and different. And not buying into the norms and all, like, just so she broke it down, I was sitting there and I was like, damn, I'm queer as a motherfucker. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, I'm looking around. I was like, damn, I'm queer. But I've never bought into like
that.
As soon as everybody was doing it, I was
Yeah.
like, nah, that don't feel right. So I didn't go to school for acting. I wasn't like a theater nerd.
Yeah.
I wasn't none of that. This was an opportunity that was presented to me, and it seemed like the best way for me to achieve some level of freedom, and I was right. Because I've been able to express myself. I've been able to move on my own schedule. I've been able to earn enough money to live like a civilized human being. Never had a boss, which has been interesting in my personal relationships because that's been difficult. Like having to help your woman understand, like, nah, you're not the boss of me. Well, hold up, nobody's ever been the boss of me, so you damn sure ain't the boss of me. Like, that's just the rules. Understand it. This is how we're moving.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
like,
This is not gonna work.
It's all good. But like, it's always been a thing.
Yeah.
And if you ever have the opportunity to meet my family, my mom, my sister, anybody, extended family, my aunties, they will tell you it's like that would be the wrong route because I said so.
What did that take a lot of conversations, or it's just like
Nah,
this is
from
it?
when I was a shorty, from when I was a little kid, like, I was always like
This
that.
goes back to the
So I was always on the lookout of like, how am I gonna pull this off? Like,
Yeah.
because I can't roll like this. This
Yeah.
ain't gonna work for me. Like I'm gonna end up.
Got you.
know?
So you already had that in you since the very beginning, and you're from
no,
here.
but if you can see it, you know it's wrong. Like this is not right. This is not set up for me to win. So why am I gonna like play according to these rules when it's set up for me to like land on my ass? It don't make sense to me. But you could do it, Khalil. You're so bright. You're great. You're so well mannered. Fuck you. Like it was bad. Hated it. Like you got a B. You could have got an A easily. I'm like, yeah, but he got an A. He's halfway moron. Like anybody could get an A. Like you just have to study. Like I'm not impressed. Like you're not selling this to me. Like I'm not buying it. Like, I'm really not. Like I could have got an A, but I didn't feel like it. I had better shit to do with my time. My time.
Yeah.
And I'm really good at sitting down. Like I don't have to be busy. I can chill, watch the game, drink some wine, hang out, read a book, pet my dog. Like I'm good with all that. That's freedom. I choose when I want to work on something, when I want to write something, when I want to get out there and hustle and I ain't seen you, in a while. I feel like it. Been busy.
Man.
Doing what? Riding my motorcycle.
So this part of the show,
traveling. Like
very
it's called freedom, yo.
Oh, appreciate you.
I'll talk to you soon. Nice meeting you. Enjoy the salad.
We came here how?
Sparking the brain of the young people, right?
Ain't leaving that way though.
If
Tell you
you
that
go
shit.
back
Nah.
10 to 14, you've done a lot. Did some? What is some advice you would say to yourself now?
Wow.
How did your parents take that at that time? Like since you had this like personality, because sometimes parents tend to, condition us to think the way they thought, right? Or the thing.
My mom
please.
could not say anything. So my father was Khalil Kain. He's one of the original last poets. So as a child, I'm uptown at the East Wind. Amiri Baraka's there, Felipe Luciano, the Young Lords, the Black Panther. Like it's that's the vibe. Kane lost his mind. He's in Amsterdam right now doing his thing. He went there, he never came back. But like Felipe is still here. We hang out all the time. He had his poem. He said, "Hibaro, my pretty nigga." Like that's it. He carried me on his shoulders when I was a little kid with an afro. And he was militant. You know, he was the chairman of the Young Lords. I heard it in the poems, in the rhetoric, and it was the truth. Poetry is a chosen language because what I have to say isn't being heard in that language. I can't really tell the truth that way. I need to get it out. So I heard it. That made sense. And Ntozake Shange, like they were up there. Like when we did For Colored Girls, Ntozake was really sick. And they had done a photo shoot of all the women. So Dandy,
First of all, I want to thank you
Goldberg,
from the bottom of my spirit.
all of them,
heart,
or
just
Janet Jackson, all these. What you said? Come.
Yeah. No, I'll send out many invites to many
Art
people,
gallery.
and
Here,
know,
Chelsea.
some people don't show up.
All right,
So
Ntozake comes in. She's got this entourage, and they got her in a chair because she can barely walk. And they said, sick, and she wants to, she'd like, if the actress in the movie, you should come meet her, because who knows how long she's gonna be here. She probably died 2 years later.
it was like I talked to my older brother for the first time. Real talk.
Actually look like family.
But the crazy thing, that's what you said. You was like, oh, it's like family.
Or something crazy. So I said, yeah, I want to go say hi. So I go over and I kneel down in front of her. And I said, hey, Ntozake, how are you? It's Khalil. And she's meeting all these people. So, yeah. And this dude that was with her was like, yo, man. I said, what's up, man? He's like, I said, Khalil Kain, your Guilan son. Oh, shit. Like, lost his mind. He was like, you used to have the fro.
Yeah.
And we were playing congas at that. I said, yeah, man. He goes, that's crazy. You're in the movie.
Yeah.
And Ntozake's not saying anything, man. She's just sitting there like.
Just looking at you.
No, it's in the books. It was already written. You know? Like, this isn't, for her, it looked like this isn't just out of my hands. Like, there is some connection, some real thread to where it came from. Because Kain was like a mentor to her in writing the poetry. So it was nice to be able to get on my knee in front of her, pay homage and kiss her hand.
Yeah.
She's part of the canon of Black theater in this country, and I think that's something that I want to be part of, and that's probably why I'm writing now.
Okay. Man, beautiful. So this part of the show is very important for us because, appreciate you.
Right on, bro.
Because again, it's about sparking the brain of the young people, right?
Yeah, man.
If you could go back to the age of 10 to 14, you've done a lot. What is some advice you would, say to yourself now, if you can go back? Conversation with your younger self.
Become very comfortable with saying no. Don't be afraid to say no. You don't have to please everybody. You can't. Not only can you not be everybody's friend, everybody's not your friend. So that desire, that sort of innate feeling to move on your own, at your own pace, is correct. Do that. Anytime I've ever tried to roll at somebody else's pace, that's always turned out weird. Whenever I've gone at my speed, be it playing ball or throwing hands with somebody, that's when it works out. It's like, slow down, go at your pace. Make them play at your speed. No, we're gonna fight my fight. No. That's how you win. But you see, people going by you. You think they're doing better than you. You think they're getting more than you did. Everybody gets what they're supposed to get. Especially if you're balling, like if you're actually in the game and playing, like consciously, you're gonna get what you're supposed to get. But you gotta understand who you are and be good with that. Because some of us are only supposed to get $5,
Wow. Powerful. First of all, I want to thank you from the bottom of my spirit, of my heart, for just tapping in with us today.
Well, you said come. So
yeah. No, I'll send out many invites to many people, and some people don't show up.
All right,
so
but I will say this.
Yeah.
Just so you know, the way you asked was with respect, humility, and love.
Yeah.
Like I could see it in your face. Like it was real, like love. Like, bro, can you come?
Yeah.
So how could I say no to that?
It was like I talked to my older brother for the first time.
Real. Actually, look like family.
But the crazy thing, that's what you said. You was like, oh, it's like family. Yeah. I'm like, nah. Once you you dap me up, I'm like, wow, this is an amazing moment. And for you to get your knowledge and your insight on just life, it's done wonders for me in this very moment. And I'm sure when people run this back, they're gonna take away so many gems from such a humble individual, just down to earth. And again, that the key thing you said, and this is for everybody, is like, you're from here, and you said it many times while we were speaking, and it's just a reminder, just because you're from here, that's your superpower. That's your superpower. The fact that you're from here, that's what makes you better and more unique and more open to the world and to challenges. That was beautiful. And the freedom part, man, that hit home for me. So I just want to say thank you for tuning in with us today on Podcast 23. I wish you the best on your future endeavors, on your creativity, and may you continue to live out this longevity of your career and your life. And shout out to your parents too. They did an amazing job, just with you as an individual. So thank you for tuning in. Nah, for sure, man. Family, man. Good.